Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to my Scrabble YouTube channel. The plan is we're gonna finish looking over my games from the one-day tournament in Lynnwood, and then we're gonna go back to finishing the early bird games from SBC, and then after that we'll finally get to what I assume everyone wants to see, which is the actual SPC games. My philosophy about this channel and which games to present is that yes, the SBC is special in a way because I spent a lot of money going there, and there's I was playing in Division 1. There's all these top players there, but it shouldn't be necessary for this channel to thrive just because I spent a bunch of money or I'm playing the very top players. I do think a lot of these other games that I play in are very interesting, and so I hope people will still watch. But I am paying attention to which videos are getting more views. I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, this one game I will not show you guys is this game, but I'll briefly show you the score. You can see that I barely got over 300 and Dan got 557. What happened in this game was I played Uri and it was very hot. I didn't get quite as much sleep as I'd want. So let me just show you. I spelled it this way, which is not a word. And Dan is one of those people that doesn't, as soon as you play phony, he'll usually challenge it. So at least if it's a common word. But this is the correct play. And funny enough, I did play REI. But yeah, it's a really weird word, and I don't really feel that bad for screwing it up. But yeah, this is the word I had meant to play, and I don't know how to pronounce it. If anyone knows how to pronounce this word, feel free to put it in the comments. Uri is how I'm going to pronounce it. It's definition: Uraeus, the figure of a sacred serpent on the headdress of the ancient Egyptian rulers. So I got that word wrong. I had way too many vowels, and when I finally did play off some of the vowels after I got my turn back from my last turn, I drew more vowels. So that was why that game ended. I won't say it's unwinnable because obviously I played a phony at the start of the game, but not a great game. I'm not going to show you guys that game. It's going in the garbage. And instead, we're going to show off the last two games. Actually, I'm only going to do one game in this video, and I'll do another game in the next video, and then next week we'll go back to SPC games. So yeah, let's see. My next opponent was Geoff Tongue, and I had told you guys a story about Geoff earlier. If you guys missed it, you'll have to look at some of my recent previous videos. Just to show you guys what he looks like. So that's Geoff Tongue. Very strong player. Respect him. And it's time to show you guys the game. So this one, this is the game I reviewed before. Let's see if I can create a new game now. I go first in this game. Here's my opening rack. I'm probably not going to take out going into too much detail in these games because I can see not as much interest in these games, but I still want to show these games because I am proud of them. So I opened with Nazi. Oh, let me pause real quick so I can get this photo that I took. All right. So I'm assuming Nazi is going to be near the top here. I went with Nazi in this position. I like to do it that way. That way I can have a better chance of the upper left quadrant not being blocked. So that was my placement. Geoff opens with Vane. And I went with just Zit here. The thought is I have another eye for Zitty, and 2 eyes have already been played, so this is a bit of a gamble, but I really like this leave of ADIOT. And maybe I shouldn't have liked it that much, but we're about to find out. How strong this leave is. Yeah, so not very strong. I kind of like this leave better than Magpie likes it, though. The main thing I like about it, the main problems with the leave is there's too many vowels, but what I like about it is that I have a hook to Zit to make Zitty, and also there's just one, there's no duplicates in my leave, and it's not, they're all 1-pointers except for the D, which is basically a 1-pointer. He actually exchanges 5, so I'm just going to call this a pass. And then I drew way too many vowels, but I was really happy to see the pass. And just drop down audio. This is, so far the plays haven't been too hard to make. Audio is a really easy play to find when you're at expert level. He plays Cox. And then I have the opposite problem. I have too many consonants, especially that J I would have liked to have more vowels with. It likes Jet as the equity play. That's not the play I made, though. What did I play here? I actually played Jail. Okay, hold on. I must have wrote down my rack incorrectly. I think that's an A instead of an E, is what the problem is. Yeah, I like Jilt. Jilt's fine. I went with Jill just because I like the tile turnover, and I don't know. It felt right. I don't know why it felt right. It scored 28 points, and I liked that. I didn't think TTH was that terrible, but maybe it is. Let's take a look. It's probably gonna say it's less than 0. Yeah. It's saying negative 5.6. Again, I don't think it's that bad. The T and the H goes with well with almost every letter. I was really happy to have an H. He plays YE somewhere for 30. As long as I'm not missing bingos, I guess. It's the main thing I care about. And I played Tad here. Top equity play. I didn't play Had for 6 more points because I believe the difference between these leaves are going to be more than 6 points. Let's take a look. So this is actually surprisingly high leave. So this should be at least 14 points to be considered a better equity. And it is, yeah. So yeah, I think I made the right play here. I wanted to keep the H. Much better chances for bingoing, I think, after playing Tad rather than had. He plays Cry. Now this play, I felt like, I don't know what his rack was, but it didn't feel like it was the right play. It definitely looks like a fish play, but I don't know. Without seeing his rack, I wouldn't know for sure, but it felt like maybe he made a mistake there. And no bingos here, but it does still look, the rack still looks promising. We have the H, the S, and the T. If I can just get rid of the O and the U, I should be pretty good here. And so what did I play? I actually, funny enough, okay, so that's actually a V, not a U. Yeah, shovel's actually the right play. Even though it looks weird, but it's 48 points. It looks weird just because it's opening up the board and he just made a fish play, so it shouldn't be too surprising if he bingos on this turn, especially to the S, which I think at this score, okay, I am actually leading by quite a bit at this point, so I can handle a bingo as long as it's not like 100 points or something. And funny enough, this actually goes to show that his previous play was probably not correct, because he actually plays coup V here. Which I found to be odd. Did I play Idiot? No, I played Iotas. He has been grooming his rack for quite a bit, and I was concerned about him hitting a bingo from on row 1 to the S for like 80 points or more. When I take this spot out, he might still bingo, but like if he like bingos from the H or plays Kuvi and bingos, it's gonna be more of a 70-point play, and so I'm picking up maybe 14 points, even though I'm only playing for 6 points by blocking that spot. So I was happy with that. I think he does bingo now. No, actually, he still didn't bingo. I always expect my strong opponents to bingo, and then I'm always pleasantly surprised when it doesn't happen. Sometimes he continues fishing with buy, and I'm sure he's going to bingo soon. And when you're in a situation like this where it seems like your opponent's been fishing for several turns, it's often better not to try and block a bingo, but it's better to, you're probably going to be up something like 70 points. Okay, I'm not quite 70 points, I'm 40 points, but it's often best just to let the opponent have the bingo and just limit how much points the bingo scores, rather than and hope for something positionally, like maybe if he has to bingo from the H, then I have a big score coming back with the top right triple word score there. Think of it that way is much more better way of thinking of how to handle this situation. And anyway, I have a bingo myself. It took me a while for me to decide which bingo to play. I decided to go with teasing. Oh yeah, seating actually here. Seating does take the S, I think. I guess this is the only problem with seating is I didn't know for sure whether it takes the S or not. But if I knew for sure, then it would be probably the right play. Yeah, I thought it did take the S, and it does. So this is probably correct. Heatings, I don't think is correct because of the situation we're in that I just mentioned. Seating here, of course, seating takes the S, so I don't think that's right. Easting was what I was considering, but the problem with this play is I actually almost made this play, and then I was putting it down, and then I picked it up because once I saw that there was a huge Q spot there, which I definitely didn't want. So I ended up going with teasing, which I think was the right play. And a lot of times, when you have a play like Easy Bingo, it does matter to take your time and make sure you're not giving something huge back, like when I picked up Easting. That could have been really embarrassing if he had QI on his rack. There's only one I left, but still, I didn't want to take that chance. But he actually does have the Q here. But he has a U to go with it. So if I'd played, if we go back, if I'd played Easting, he has the Q and the U, so he could also have played Qua there. So it's not just the I that I need to worry about. And he did have the Q there, so very happy that I played teasing there. And he does get a good score with Toke here. And all of a sudden, he's actually... I mean, I did get my bingo, so I'm still up 70, but he's still in the running after Toke. I don't know what my rack was here, but I can only assume that Bach was near or was the best play here. I didn't write my rack on that one. And here I feel like he's starting to give up a little bit, but he's probably reaching for the blanks. So Holtz may not have been a bad play just because we're both going to try to reach for the blanks now. We're at a situation where it's one of the rare games where 2 blanks are out with less than 25 tiles left in the bag. So we're both wanting to get those blanks at this point. Oh, actually, he doesn't play Holtz. He plays just Holt, which I think may have been a mistake. Because I did have like 3 S's on my rack. Or it was just 2 S's. And yeah, Grog's easy. Didn't need to spend too much time on that play. I played it immediately. Sometimes you just know what the right play is. You can just make it immediately. I personally enjoy those moves where I don't have to think. I can just play. Alright, he plays Feign. And at this point, I'm pretty confident I'm going to win the game. It's just a matter of not screwing up. And this play may have been a little bit difficult just because I only have one vowel and it's a U, and he just opened a potential triple, and I don't really have any plays from the F. I did have Flump, which I missed. But I decided to go with Lump instead. Flump was a big miss. I'm glad that... I guess the saving grace to the Lump play is that even though he opens a potential triple with the F, and that having an F in the 4th place isn't that dangerous for a triple, I don't think. Unless his rack is like amazing. Maybe he has 2 blanks. And what does he play next? He plays Fawn. And this play, I felt like he was just conceding the game. Because even after Fawn, he's still probably not going to triple triple. So I actually didn't play it for. Yeah, I didn't play it there. Played it here for 78, playing it safe, which is correct, with the 2 blanks out. And if he has a triple triple through the F, I'm curious if he has all those tiles. Let's say, I'm just curious what tiles he could have. Oh, it won't let. Yeah, that's the problem with Quackle will let you do this, where Quackle will let you put all the tiles. I assume there must be a few triple triples that are possible, but I think it was unlikely enough that I didn't have to worry, because that F is just so hard to hit. If he does bingo from the F, starting with the F, that's probably not going to be enough. Yeah, because I'm up too much. I'm up almost 200 at this point. So I wasn't really worried about a bingo. The only thing that could get me is a triple triple. Yeah, so he had nothing from the F. He plays standard. I had one other tile. Oh, I think I had the blank as well. I had something like this. Oh! Prefixer. Yeah, I think this was my final rack too. Yep. I had Prefixer and I didn't see it. I mean, I still won the game. Let's not get it wrong here. But Prefixer would have been great. That's rough. But yeah, this was my rack, and I did miss Prefixer. But I think I was just happy to win the game. And I just played Prefer. He plays U for 34. And yeah, that was the game. Final score, I had 450. Actually, I didn't record it as 457. I recorded it as 445. I must have made a scoring mistake somewhere. And he has 354. So that was the game. You can put any comments you want to put down below. Try to not be too mean-spirited with your comments like usual. If you want to joke around, that's fine, as long as I can tell that you're joking. Yeah, that'll be it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.